Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the first video of 2014, and let's hope we have a great time. Certainly the markets have got off to a really interesting start. So let's talk about what I took in the room. I bought this here. This is the Aussie US dollar 60-minute chart. I bought this level here in the Euro session, but unfortunately we just knocked into resistance and dropped. But when we put a hammer in here, I bought 88.54, and I'm still holding this one with something like where are we? 89.20, about 70 points so far. And so I'm going to keep a visual record of what I'm trading, but let's just have a look at where the markets are. Before we leave the Aussie dollar, this is the Aussie versus the US dollar on a weekly chart. So you can see there's massive weekly support down here, which is why I was interested. If we can close above 89.20 this week or tomorrow, then that is an engulfing bar on major support. So then I would look to see if we get 92, 92.50 into that fib level. Otherwise, if we have a weak finish tomorrow, this could just roll over and so take some of my profits with it. Let's have a look at the Dow. Interesting. Let's keep this weekly up, because at the moment, obviously we're very extended on these charts, and the daily in particular. So no surprise, we've seen a gap down and a lower close. So that is, unless we have a huge rally into the close, and we've got an hour and 45 minutes trading in the Dow left, that is a reversal signal, and 16,500 is to be shorted to see if we get back down to some of these lower levels. So keep an eye on that, see how we close, but that I will be marking off this sort of area, 500, 510, to see if we can wiggle our way down. We're simply just, the RSI is extreme. We simply just needed a pullback, and that's what we're getting at the moment. I want to switch to gold because we've been on the subject of the Aussie US. The reason why we're seeing a pop in the Aussie US is, well, the Aussie overall, is this. This is gold. So we were in a key area down here, and we're a little box here. We came into on mid-December, and here we are bursting out. So just as the Dow has put in a reversal signal, so I think the gold has. I will buy 12.20 tomorrow, or try and get a little better than that. Try and get 12.18 if you can, because I think that is a great reversal signal. Obviously, we come in contact with the 50. We failed the 50 EMA before, so if we can get up to 12.40 and hold, we might rest along there and then punch up to 1300, but that is potentially a very nice W bottom, which we talked about in a webinar on New Year's Day. And so let's look at the dollar pairs. So the pound, traditionally the pound has a wobbly start to the year anyway, and this is no exception. The Sunday open took us into 166, and we are down here at 164.34. I would look now. Obviously, that's a decent sell signal. I would look for a short into this area here, which would be 165 area. So let's put a mark on there for 165. And let's take that off. Okay, 163 is the target. If you're swing trading it, you need the risk reward ratio is about 2.5 to 1, so it's not great. So what we're seeing is dollar strength. This is the US dollar CAD, and we tested the daily 50 EMA at the low there. So I think it's better to short the pound US dollar and the euro US rather than go long that one. It tends to be a slow mover anyway. This is potentially quite a decent setup. This is potentially a wedge setup where that's the base of the wedge, and we are getting into the bust out area. But the risk reward ratio is not great because of the length of that wick. So let's cross now to the euro US. Euro US has crashed into the 50 EMA on the daily. But I would, intraday, I would certainly look to short this fib area here, 137, because this is now looking like we could, there's a decent trend line here. So we've got that resistance, that trend line. So we break this low, could start to wave down to some of these levels down here.